Hey guys, it's Nicole here back on this Tuesday night. I hope you guys are all doing good out there and welcome back to Nicole's View. So, a small disclaimer. I am kind of tired of the swirling topic, to be honest with you. I feel like this topic comes and goes in phases on YouTube, and honestly, I feel like it's very divisive at times. I feel it's time wasting because at the end of the day, adults are going to do what they want to do. There is nothing I can do to an adult to make them be with someone. It's just not going to happen. My school of thought when it comes to interracial dating, aka swirling, I've always felt that we should encourage our people to, of course, be with their own. And for the most part, most of us are with our own. All right. But for those who prefer to date outside of their race, there's nothing you can do about that. It is a lost cause. That's like trying to change a 40, 50-year-old man into doing something totally different. If that's what they've been doing all their lives, there's nothing you can do about it. You can talk about it until you're blue in the face. It's pointless. So for me personally, I've always felt that we need to make sure the next generation of kids that are growing up, we need to show healthy, beautiful Black relationships. We need to encourage it. We need to encourage self-love, loving our people, and all that good stuff. And that's the way, in my opinion, to create more Black love. Okay, a period. And that's pretty much how I feel about it. But anyway, so I made a video last night about Colin Kaepernick winning or being honored with an award from the ACLU. And I'm sorry, folks, that video was blocked because I added the GQ video clip in it, and I had put my own, not my music, but other music, and took off the audio. So I don't know if it was blocked because of that reason, but I think that's what it was. But anywho, I am not going to re-upload that video. I probably will on Patreon, but not on YouTube because I'm probably being blocked because I put that in the video. But anyway, so this morning I was reading the comments and on that video before it was blocked. And guys, when it's in the morning, sometimes I wake up and I do read your comments. And someone left a comment. And I'm not a morning person at all. So if I see something that just looks like it's just going to immediately annoy me, I will just block you and I'll delete it. But anyway, someone left a comment saying Meghan Markle is not Black, but Colin Kaepernick is. Okay, so when I saw that immediately, I just got super annoyed. I blocked the person and I deleted the comment. Let me tell you why. It's pretty obvious that Meghan Markle, okay, and first of all, I never said she wasn't Black, okay? So in the video I did on her, I never said that. I said she is the type of so-called biracial person who likes to play on both sides of the fence, okay? And granted, she and others who are biracial and who feel like that, that's their prerogative. I can't tell them they need to love a certain side because I'm not them. But I will say this, okay? It's very obvious that Meghan Markle gravitates to the white side of her. All the men she's dated and the one she was married to before, white. Her appearance, white. Okay? Period. So when I made my video about Meghan, I was talking to the so-called women out there who were Black women, by the way, who were just up in this thinking it's great because, first of all, it has nothing to do with us. And yes, it has nothing to do with us because Meghan Markle does not identify as a Black woman, okay? As solely a Black woman. And that's, as I just said, her prerogative. And at the end of the day, I truly don't care. But Colin Kaepernick, on the flip side, he embraces his blackness. All right? Total difference from Meghan Markle. And some can say, well, that doesn't make it right. He has, I believe he has his biological mom is white. So we could say the same thing about him. Yeah, you can make that argument. But as a Black woman, I am going to gravitate towards Colin Kaepernick because he cares about Black people. It's really not that hard to, understand. But folks want to do this tit for tat BS, okay? I'm not going to gravitate towards Meghan Markle, all right? Because, in my opinion, she's not about that. She's not about the upliftment of Black people. That's not who she is. Okay, and some folks will say she's not Black. That's their prerogative to say that. Now, I didn't say that in my video. I know that's not what I said. I said she's no sister of mine as the title, meaning when it comes to the culture, when it comes to Black issues, Meghan Markle is not going to identify with Black people. She's only going to say she's Black because her mother is Black, and that's where it ends. So for folks out there, excuse me, guys, I'm getting a little bit hoarse here. I'm still dealing with this cold. Who want to do this tit for tat? Colin isn't Black and all this and that. Okay, do that. But for me personally, I will say he's Black because guess what? When Colin Kaepernick is walking down the street, driving in his car, and if Colin Kaepernick was not the Colin Kaepernick that we know, okay, he will be a Negro in the eyes of these cops out here. He will be a nigga in the eyes of white people, no matter what, all right? Same with Meghan Markle. Period. And, I'd rather have 1,000 Colin Kaepernicks than one Ben Carson, than one Jesse Lee Peterson, then one Sheriff David Clark, then one Tiger Woods. Okay? So until Colin Kaepernick does something where he's totally sold out, all right, or where he can't be trusted, then I will stand corrected. Then I can be a big girl and come back on here and say, you know what? Colin let me down. Can't fool with him no more. All right. I'll give everyone a chance. All right. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Period. All right. And we talk about the tragic mulatto. A lot of people throw that term out. And yes, it can be true. And it's one reason why my mom always told me it's always best to be with your own because we know the history and the confusion that comes with folks who are biracial. All right. Now, there are some good biracial people out there. That's not for me I don't want it to be that video where I'm bashing biracial people because that's the point. I don't want it to be that video. But at the same time, this is such a complex, it is such a complex topic that has to be you have to truly sit down and be open-minded about it, okay? Because technically, although I may not care for Meghan Markle, she's half white. So she's going to gravitate to her white side, just like many others. Like Miss Thing here, Nicole Richie. She's with a white man. She's married to a white man. You know what I'm saying? And many others. There's nothing I can do about that. Now, am I a Nicole Richie fan and supporter? No, because I know that's not who I gravitate to. All right? I will gravitate to a Colin Kaepernick, someone who gives a damn about the community. And no, I don't think he's God because, I'm seeing a lot of this out here too that we just think he's just the greatest and the end all be all. No, it's actually refreshing to see a black man, whether it's Colin Kaepernick, whether it's Eric Reed and other black players who said, no, we are sick and tired of seeing the injustice against our people. So excuse me if I'm a little excited, if I'm a little happy that finally there are some folks out there who are wanting to see something done about this. And they don't have to be famous or celebrities. They don't. But when they are, and when they use their platform to want to evoke change, I am not going to down that. I'm not going to do it unless I see something that just totally changed my perspective of them. They do something so out of pocket that I can't respect them anymore, then fine, totally. We can always revisit that. But this whole, well, he's biracial, he's this and he's that, and I don't know, and well, fine, feel that way. That's you. That's totally you. I can't knock how you feel. But one thing I'm not going to sit up here and read is silly as, well, what about Meghan Markle and blah, 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 blah. I can't relate to Meghan Markle. All right. And some folks will say, well, you can't relate to Colin Kaepernick. Well, I can because he's talking about our issues. He's talking about black people. He wants to relate to black people. He wants to be a voice for black people. He wants to help. I don't think Colin wants to be the president or the leader of black people. I think he wants to do something. And at the same time, just be supportive of anything black. Like in the GQ spread, they said that he only wanted black designers. He only wore black designers. He only wanted black people, getting them all nice and dressed up. So not only is he walking the walk, but he's doing what he's supposed to do, in my opinion. We don't even have 100% black people out here doing this. And that's my whole thing. We have coons and buffoons and coonettes all day. We have Silk and Diamond. Okay? We have these kind of coons out there. All right? So no, I don't feel bad. I don't feel some certain way because Colin is biracial. If you're talking about our issues and wanting to help, I am right there for it. But if you want to coon, buffoon, dance around the issues, then be gone. I don't care for you. And I don't understand why this has become so, really? I mean, Colin could have just said, you know what, fuck this. Let me get back to playing some football. Let me stop this kneeling and let me just start, focusing on myself. He could have easily did that. And it just would have went right back to normal. But not only did Colin, do what he did, lost his job, he has put the NFL in he's put him in a damn free fall right now. The NFL is hurting badly, and it is exposing so much racism within the NFL. He's over here kneeling about race soldiers and police brutality, but at the same time, he's also exposing these devils on the NFL, the owners, the NFL period. It's almost like he's doing two things at once. I'm very amazed by that. He's exposing two entities at once. I love it. I love it. And until Colin does something out of pocket, as I just said before, then I will revisit. Then I will come back and say, you know what? He was not to be trusted. But for the most part, just because he is biracial, I won't automatically write him off. I'm not going to do that. Because like I said, I'm a Black woman. He is speaking to our issues. He's wanting to do something for our issues. And like my brother Ayapo said in his video about reparations, when it comes to us voting and all this and that, it's almost like we have to become single issue voters. So if we want to demand reparations, we have to get behind politicians, those who feel a certain way, and support them and see where it goes. And if it goes nowhere, they're scrapped. We don't deal with them. We get behind them financially, just like Jewish people do, just like the gay people do. You know? So I'm going to get behind Colin Kaepernick because he has a vision when it comes to the plight of Black people, at least. I mean, what can you say against that? You know, that's just how I feel. Some may agree, some won't. But all I say is keep it respectful. All right? And don't annoy me. All right? Because I still have this annoying ass cold and I am in no mood for BS. But anyway, I just had to get that off my chest. Man, this, you know, I could go on and on and on this topic, but that was basically my focal point. Why do some of us do this? You know, I don't get it. I really don't. I try to understand it, but at times, sometimes I feel like we're bipolar. I don't know. To me, it's all over the place. I feel like sometimes we don't know what we want. We really don't. But anyway, that's all I had to say about this. You guys already know. You guys already know. I mean, look at this. Christopher Reed. This is another who we will call tragic mulatto. And Tiger Woods, as I mentioned before, will call himself everything else under the sun but Black. But when he got pulled over and had to go to jail, guess what they put on his information sheet? Black. So it doesn't matter, folks. In this system of white supremacy, no matter how biracial you think you are, if they know that one of your parents is Black, they're going to label you Black, period. And I think that's basically Colin's whole stance. He's grown up and he's treated as a Black man. Let's just keep it real. All right. But anyway, let me know what you think, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you all in the next video.
So I thought I needed. So I thought I needed.